Are you tired of losing and always being told that you suck? Well, you do. But no longer. With Knack, you can finally stop throwing. With one dose per match, you will become indestructible. Don't believe us? Just look at our happy customer. He's living his best life, not having to worry about the small things like dying, only carrying his team to victory. Best part about Knack, it's available in most countries. However, if you happen to live in one of these places, then fear not. We also have a guide to let you be nearly indestructible for free, for a limited time if you watch the rest of this video. Starting with number 1, movement. One of the keys to survival is moving. As you can see here, Mercy's doing pretty good, flying around, healing teammates, but then she gets wrecked by a widow. You may say, well, how's it her fault she didn't notice the widow was there? Well, that widow was there since last round. Granted, maybe not the most competent widow, but a widow nonetheless. And it doesn't exactly take skill or competency to shoot a target standing still like a training bot. Even small movements can make a big difference, and the more you practice it, the more you'll improve. Whether it's a 1v1 or even a 1v5, movement can make all the difference, especially once your movement becomes perfect. Number 1.5, moving doesn't make you immortal. While Lara's bravery was very admirable, she also, if you look at the other side, was fighting Orisa in a Bastion turret behind a shield. And sure, her dodging wasn't the best, as she mostly held A on her keyboard, but if the tank is hiding, maybe you should be too. Number 2, walls are good. You may say, pfft, who needs walls when you have immortality? And yeah, immortality is pretty OP, but there's one big difference between walls and immortality. Immortality wears off unless you die to a nano Orisa. Meanwhile, walls can't fail you. Another example, Winton. Look at that, full health, doing great right now. But then, he jumps in to dive the enemy team, only to turn around and find out he's all alone and dies. Guess what? If he would have had a wall there, he could have just waited around the wall and lived. You may say, wait a minute, didn't he just jump in by himself with no cooldowns? And to that I say it's true, but does transition to the next point. Number 3, buttons. Now listen. I understand you got yourself the newest gamer keyboard with the clicky keys and the RGB lighting to satisfy all your gamer needs. But what will you do when you run out of clicky keys to click? Back to the Mizuki from earlier, he knows he's in his ult, but he presses a key, presses another key, proceeds to press another key, and presses another key. And by the time his ult ends, he's out of clicky keys to click. And you gotta remember, it's cooldowns that make you a hero. Otherwise, you're just a dude with a gun. And we all know how that turned out for Soldier 76. Number 4, one-man army. Fun fact, did you know that the EQ of an average sheep is around 0.8, and even they know how to stick together? Meanwhile, the average Soldier 76 does not. As my friendly Soldier 76 demonstrates, his whole team is dead, and there's 5 enemies on the point. What does he do? Well, the average person would probably group up with their team, but you gotta think from a Soldier 76 perspective. That's a free top play right there. So he proceeds to run in, only stopped by his Ramatra saying group up, and for a moment, he hesitates. But then he just says hoorah and runs in anyway, only to die in approximately 5 seconds. Who would have foreseen? But don't worry though, you may feel bad for the Soldier 76 saying, poor soldier, he doesn't know how to count. But counting's hard. How do you learn to count from 5, let alone 10? Let alone, what if you don't have 10 fingers to count on? Be patient. And it's important to remember that everyone learns at their own pace. So long enough he keeps learning, that's what matters. Number 5, turn around. Most of the time why a 1v5 happens is for one simple reason. They just don't turn around. As Doomfist spawns, feeling greater than ever, jumps in the enemy team, then he dies immediately after. And his corpse can see his team still walking to get there. And perhaps he can learn, upon my untimely death, I have discovered that perhaps my team cannot travel at the speed of sound, and that it might be beneficial for my company that I take a brief moment to check on my team to see if they're ready to engage in my dive, rather than just assume with no communication or implication that they'll be ready for me to dive the enemy team 3 seconds after spawning. Despite these drawbacks, I will continue to learn and improve my gameplay to avoid these severe consequences in the near future. I thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Number 6. Look at your health! Doomfist decides, you know what? I'm not really a Doomfist guy. I'm more of a Roadhog guy, which I guess is better, but I digress. I mean, maybe he's a better Roadhog than a Doomfist, and never mind, he already missed his first hook. But that's okay. I mean, he has a really good poke weapon, and wow, he's really taking a lot of damage, and wow, that was a really greedy second hook, and it doesn't even matter because he's dead. I think we all know why he died when he ignored all sensory feeling, but at least he learned from this mistake, right? I mean, surely there's no way he repeats the same mistake again. Ain't that right, Roadhog? And never mind, he's dead again. This guy does know he has a full inhaler, could have just walked away, right? No? Number 7, insanity. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's I who give up too soon. Maybe it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. My Widow demonstrates that she doesn't let fear paralyze her. She gets up on that perch and she is ready to carry. Okay, first death is unlucky, now she's ready to carry. Third time's a charm, you know what they say. I believe in her. Okay, there's absolutely no possible way she doesn't have it this time, and I spoke too soon. Well, I give up. I tried my best, but even LeBron James can't teach a dwarf how to dunk. May you find a Pocket Mercy duo, because I quit. Hopefully you learned a lot about dying. Whether it's not dying, dying with style, dying stupidly, or dying for your country. Even if there's a slight miscalculation, there's always room to improve. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, smash that subscribe button, make sure to hit the bell icon, share this video with family and friends, hype this video, subscribe to my Patreon, share any new video ideas for the future, support me emotionally with nice comments, being a positive influence as a fan of my channel and representing me in the community, adopting a puppy in need at a local animal shelter, and rewatching this video.